I came up with this pretty good brainstorm. I figured, because a lot of times when I come home, I can't really think of a whole lot to type about on the blog. So I figured, you know what, maybe instead of typing stuff in, I can start making I guess what you can say is a video diary. I mean, what the heck. So basically, I'll come home from work, I'll turn on the camera, and I'll just say how my day went, what I did, and then see how this works out. So, this is day one. Today is the 29th of August. Let's see. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, as I usually do. I hit the snooze bar about 3 times. And then I finally got up. Let Max out, a little double. Went back upstairs, got ready for work. Then I left. I left out of the house around 5 o'clock. Work didn't go too bad today. Just a normal, routine, humdrum day. Nothing really spectacular happened. Except, okay, well, let me explain what I do. I work in the supply career field. Now, there's different areas of supply as far as, the Air Force is concerned. I mean, you've got different departments, for lack of a better word. The department that I work in deals mostly with the maintenance guys, maintenance people. They order the parts for the airplanes. In my case, it's the F-16s, because that's what we deal with on Andrews. It's the F-16 fighters. And anyway, so maintenance does their thing, blah blah blah. They launch the planes. The planes come back, and half the time they come back, and there's something wrong with them. So then they get on the computer. Everything is web-based as far as ordering stuff these days versus the old days where they pick up the telephone and called and place an order. So they can place everything on order on the computer now. So if they process their orders, if it issues, I don't get involved. But if we're out of stock, or if the part that they want has never been ordered on our base before and it's not loaded in the system, or if they just make an error, then I have to work that issue and resolve it. So that's basically what I do. 9 times out of 10, if we don't have it I have to go to, either the source of supply, which we call the depot. There's like 3 or 4 of them. And, I check and see if they have any of the parts that we want. If they do, then, I say, okay, can you send it to us? And I enter my stuff in the computer, and I process the requisitions and blah, blah, blah. If depot doesn't have it, then I call other Air Force bases. There's a website that I can get on, and there's also a computer-based database that I can access, which will tell me what bases have the parts that I want. So I do all that, and then I find the bases, and then I call them. I get on the phone, I call them up and say, can you send this to us? Okay, so then we do that. So then it comes in a day or two. But basically, that's what I do. That's my job. Well, among other tasks, that's what I do. But that's my primary mission, is to when the maintenance guys want a part and we don't have it right there, I go out and I try to find it. So anyway, that's what I do in a nutshell. 5 minutes ago I started this conversation. So anyway, today Today, one of the maintenance shops called me up and says, "Oh, there's a thing where every so often, a plane has to go into what they call phase, which means it goes in for like 2-3 months, and they work all the minor issues that come up, all the minor write-ups and everything, and anyway." So this one plane is in phase right now, and it's the first time it's been there because we got it from another base just recently. So they're saying, okay, well, I had to tell you this, but the main landing gear, or the nose wheel landing gear, is all messed up. So we have to order. I mean, it's so bad, we need to order the whole thing. Okay, well, fine. So they did. Now, it just so happens that is one of the things that there are certain parts of the airplane that they have off to the side, so to speak, to where if like the landing gear, if it breaks, they can take it off of this. They can take it off the spare landing gear, right, and fix the plane. Okay, well, as it happens, we have a base that is closing down in Virginia, and they sent us their spare landing gear. So now we got 2 of them. So they called me up, and they say, well, we need to take our spare. They got 2 of them, mind you. Now I didn't know this at the time. I didn't realize they had 2 spares, 2 spare landing gears. So we got to take our one spare, and we have to put it on the airplane. So we need to order another one to reimburse us for the spare that we had to put on the plane. So in order to do that, we ordered against the aircraft and put it in grounding status, which is the highest priority we can. It basically says the plane can't fly. So anyway, so I'm calling all these bases. I see all these bases have got the same thing, and every time I call the base, no, we can't send it to you. We just can't do it. It's because they've got spares just like we do, and we wouldn't send our spare because we need it in case the plane breaks. Well, then I find out, like I said, that we had an extra spare that I didn't know about. So they're trying to pull a fast one and go on a high priority on something that they don't need to because they've already got 2 of them. Well, I'm not really explaining this. Basically, they tried to abuse the supply system, and I caught them. And when I caught them, they said, "Oh no, we never said you had to ground the airplane. We want you to go on a lower priority." And I said, "Okay, whatever." So anyway, I caught them. They were trying to blow smoke up my ass, and I caught them. And you had to have been there. You had to understand the system. But anyway, it was a rather interesting day. But I'll tell you what, it was funny because they changed their tune so frickin' fast when I caught them. It was funny. So anyway, that was my morning. Then the rest of the day was kind of dull. So that was my day at work.